All right, it is 9:20 right now. It's time for Good Day Pop, and Fox 13's Carly Henderson has the latest entertainment headlines. Carly, you have a very special guest today.
We really do. I'm so excited for this interview for Good Day Pop today. So Joe Pera, he's a hilarious stand-up comedian, actor, writer, and filmmaker. You might know from his appearances on various late-night shows or his HBO and Adult Swim series, Joe Pera Talks With You, which is iconic at this point. And today, he's talking to us. Joe Pera, welcome. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for having me on the TV, Carly.
We're so excited to have you on TV, and we're so pumped to also have you coming through our area. So July 21st at the Moore Theater. Let us know kind of what audiences can expect if they come to your show.
Well, I got a lot of great bits about Ethernet cables. Regret getting a rebate in the mail. I figured out the exact intersection of science and faith that I was hoping to share with audiences. And then I started a new bit about the Hawktua girl and her potential to become our generation's Marilyn Monroe.
Well, we await hearing all of those insights. Have you been to Washington very much before?
I had a great show a couple years ago, and then I was actually there yesterday on my way to Vancouver because the only direct flights from Atlanta to Vancouver were on the 737-800 MAX, and I didn't want to take one, so we flew into Seattle and took the train from Kingstree Station up to Vancouver. It was nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I was there yesterday.
Oh, cool. Well, we're excited to have you coming. And, right now I'm very into improving my sleep, and you actually have a way to help anyone who is trying to do that. I want to know a little bit more about your sleep podcast. I know our producer Victoria listens to it. It's called Drifting Off with Joe Pera. What is it like knowing your voice makes people drift off to sleep, in a good way?
Yeah, well, it's not always good, but in this particular circumstance, it's a good thing. And when I did the first special called Joe Pera Talks You to Sleep on Adult Swim, I kept getting asked to do an audio version of it, so we did that. And we've got episodes about video games and Christmas trees, soup, all sorts of just kind of the stuff to make you drift off and feel good before you fall asleep instead of thinking about, if, I don't know, everything.
Everything else. You and I have something in common. We were talking about it in the break before we got started. We both love grocery stores. You have a whole episode about it on your show, Joe Pera Talks With You, which ran on HBO and Adult Swim. So many people love the series and love the lessons within it. And I saw even Vice compared it to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. What would you say is the impact that you really hope that series left fans with?
A lot of people, wanted to make it a comedy show and funny, but I guess it also helped people relax. And I think a lot of people found it during pandemic when they were feeling depressed. And people said to me that it helped them during pandemic, or I don't want to, in certain cases, people, they're going through a rough patch or going sober and having a tough time quitting alcohol, and it has helped in the past. I can't claim that that's what we set out to do, but it's cool that it could have a nice impact and be a kind of a comfort show for people.
Totally. I mean, what a nice side effect, if anything. One of the things I think is so cool about you is you've created, just a number of film and TV projects, and I would love to hear you kind of talk about betting on yourself and kind of how you had the confidence to do that.
I don't know. I guess with stand-up, it's a nice way to. I guess every time you go on stage, you got to have a little bit of dumb confidence, and I think that carried to TV. But also, I don't know. I didn't know about anybody in Hollywood if I was gonna have a career or show. I just kind of had to start doing it, and yeah, that's when people ask what they would recommend. I tell them just start doing it or anything.
Yeah,
That they want
I think
to
the
do.
youngins are calling it Delulu these days. Be delusional. I always think that's a good thing.
Delulu?
Delulu. Yeah, that's the Gen Z.
Interesting.
The Gen Z speak. Joe Pera, thank you so much for chatting with us. This was awesome. We can't wait to see you.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Carly.
Of course. And you can catch Joe's very funny stand-up show July 21st. That is this coming Sunday at the Moore Theater right here in Seattle. We put a link on our website. And that's your Good Day Pop for today. We've got the latest entertainment and pop culture news on Studio 13 Live. That's weekdays at 10 a.m. right after Good Day Seattle. And I can't wait to see you there.